Okay. I don't know how loud that is. Let's put it at 10. Should work right. Okay. Hey guys, I know it's late, but like let's see. What is it? 9:50? Okay. So I'm gonna try something with you guys. Let's see here. Let's put that right there. I'm gonna try something. I went on and got some like inspiration from several different painting things, and something I'm going to try because I am working with acrylic. Is I am going to do these and kind of let those layers dry in between. I have found I did some playing around with the paint um, yesterday, and I have found that it works so much better when you let the paint dry. And so like the first two colors I'm going to put on are going to work, like you can blend them in about halfway in so that you get that variation in like sky. And then the next one below that I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to put the next part down, which is going to have like the horizon line. The only thing I don't have um, painter's tape. And so I was going through stuff and I was trying to figure out like what would work best, but like you really do need like painter's tape to prevent like cross bleeding, I guess would be the right word. So this painting is not going to have that. It's going to slightly bleed together. And I think I'll be okay with that for this painting. This is kind of just a real rough go of it. So what I'm going to be doing is quite a few brushes. So we're going to have, the first part of the sky, the second part of the sky, and this will blend that in. Then we're going to have our water. So you're going to have like this really darkened horizon line, and then work our way into the lighter blue into the water. And then we're going to have our sand. And by then, these two brushes should be fairly on the more rinsed side, because this top part's going to have to dry first to work the next part so we don't get the bleeding. So these two should work out to be able to do the sand into the white, up into the blue of the water. So I'm going to be doing kind of a like an isolated kind of old beach theme. I went online, was looking at quite a few things. So these are going to be my paint the board brushes. Then I'm going to work with a couple of my little angle brushes. And then I have a straight flat brush here. I only ended up with one of these, and so I was really kind of bummed out. So I ended up getting like this cheap set of brushes, and this is a 3/8 angle brush, and I'm kind of irked because these are these are like more firm. The more advanced brushes, they're a bit firmer. These work really good for oil paints, not so much for acrylic, but I'm going to try to make them work. These guys are really, really soft, real soft bristles and stuff. So I've found these cheapy ones work really good with acrylic paint because they're softer. They don't, I guess you say, they don't pull the paint as roughly as these harder bristles. So I'm hoping with these ones that we will be able to work with these really well. Now this one, which is with the really good set, it is a much stiffer brush. This is a 1/4 6mm brush, flat straight across, and it is of course still a firmer brush, but we're going to need that when we do our little, it's like a little plant that's going to be on the beach. I don't know what you want to call it. It's like a little grass plant type thing. And then we've got this little guy, and this is your 1/8 3mm pointed, kind of comes to a head little brush. Like it's really, really tiny. And this is going to be for doing kind of like our clouds in the sky. That's kind of the objective here. I did pull all my colors. So the colors we're going to be mixing, of course, you're going to need white. White's going to be what you use for like lightening things and making sure things are a bit on the not so overtoned things. We have our 2 different blues that I have. I actually have 3 different blues, but we're not going with that really dark blue. So this blue and this blue will be used together. So we're going to take this one and this one. We're going to get a mix of these 2 together with some white. Then we're going to have just this one on its own to make our sky. Then this one with white, and we're going to do this one with some black, and then the same one with some white to get our water. And then after we do that, we have these guys. This is going to get mixed with some black, and that's going to give us a really darkened thing to do our plant, because this is way too that's way too green, and we need it to be a little bit darker. So we're going to do that together to put it as kind of a beached plant. But then we have this is like our brown. This is going to be our sand. So this will get mixed with some of this. But that's all going to be done in stages, right? So the first stage is going to be getting our sky done. I don't know why this keeps glitching so bad today. The internet has been horrible today. Also, we have no water. Water's been on and off all day because the reservation was doing new piping and busted the water line again. So we went to the store, got a bunch of cases of water and whatnot. So got this big case of water that's for the toilet, just so that way we can flush while they're fixing the pipes again. Yeah, talk about annoying. We also prepped all of the baby's bottles. Here's the thing, you guys. So he is now officially on a prescription formula because we are looking into intestinal type stomach issues, because he doesn't sleep, as we've told you guys 100 times. He wakes up often and a lot, and he never really gets to like a good state of sleep. And the doctor thinks that we've tried several other things, and he thinks that it's definitely got something to do with like food wise. So he's now on a hypoallergenic formula that went online looking. You can get the one version of it at the store, but only in the cans of like liquid, which is fine. I'll go get the liquid. The other one, you can't get it in stores at all. You can only get it either through the company itself or through a pharmacy, which he gave us a whole bunch of packets of it, like the little ones that you can get, like that they give you at the hospital kind of thing. So he gave us a bunch of 2-ounce little ones, and we noticed a significant improvement overnight with him last night and today. He seemed much happier. Like, he played for quite a while on his own, and by the end of the day, though, he kind of went into his normal, like, I don't want to sleep, I want to play, I want to be a part of everything, whatnot. So we shall see. I think it's going to make a significant difference for him. We think because with it being a hypoallergenic one, it has like no lactose in it, has like quite a few other things taken out to help with those kinds of symptoms. And we noticed a huge difference. One, he hasn't spit up at all today, like at all. And normally he spits up after eating every single time. Like, and I'm not talking about just a little spit up. I'm talking like quite a significant amount. And so let's hope that this is the answer. So tomorrow, we'll be going down over to the Walmart. I'll actually probably go to both Walmarts and go in and see if we can find some cans of the liquid form of the like on the shelf version of it. Like the doctor said, if you can get it on, off the shelf, fine. If we can't, then we'll get it prescribed, and then we'll get it from the pharmacy. We'd kind of prefer to just go get it. So we shall see. So I'm going to go and pick up, hopefully we'll go get some cans of it tomorrow. But anyway, so let's give this a go, shall we? I am using hopefully just one of these today, seeing as I am going to be using these brushes. These actually fit in these little guys, so I should be able to see a bit of a good mix. I also, by the way, you guys, tomorrow I have new stuff coming in for painting. Also, look, I put my 2 paintings up there. So tomorrow I have some, oh yeah, the baby's bed. I have the new palettes. I ordered actual palettes. They are clear. So the cool part was, and I only got this idea from Bob Ross. Bob Ross has a video. I don't remember what video it is. I need to go look it up again. But on one of the videos, he starts off, normally you see him with like this wooden palette thing, but he has the one video and he's using a clear palette. And he says in there, the reason he chose that palette and he's using that palette is for color matching. So like when he goes from one part of the painting and he leaves that spot for a minute and he comes and is going to come back to it, he can take the palette over it to figure out the mix, to get the right color so he can color match through the palette, so he can make sure that the color he's mixing is going to come out the same. And I thought that's brilliant, especially for someone who's like me, who, like I said, I haven't painted in years. And here's the thing is, when I was in school, we used oil paints, right? Which is why I was like, why is this not working? And I bought all of these, the acrylics, not thinking acrylic is water-based paint, which means that when water touches water, water bleeds into water. Oil doesn't bleed into oil, right? Oil will set on top of oil. So if you pour oil in something and it sets for a minute and you pour more oil on top, it'll just set on top. And if you add, or if you thin the oil, it'll just set even further on top, right? So it'll separate out. So with oil painting, you can do what they call, or what Bob Ross calls, wet on wet paint, which is brilliant because then you can blend things really well with oil paints, but you can also set oil paints on top of each other while still wet without worrying about them bleeding together, right? Becoming one color, which is what I was running into when I first started trying to play around with the acrylic. So after doing some much more needed, like I said, I haven't painted in 24 years. So I'd lost a lot of that information. And I was like, oh, come on, this is so frustrating. What can I do to fix this? Because I want to be able to do this and enjoy it and relax when I'm doing it. Well, I went on and I found that how to mix these correctly. So that was a really nice thing to do. And the fact of letting your layers dry a bit before moving to the next one. So put our white in there. And we're going to do our, oh, I forgot this one's still sealed. Should I haven't used this one yet? Come here, thing. Oh, I am sitting, by the way, on my little chair. So, come here. I did this the other day and made a huge mess with my nails. So, all right, let's see here. We're going to do our light blue. And I'm doing a much smaller painting than the other person did. So I don't think I need that much of the dark blue. So let's see here. So we're going to do these two because these are going to be our two that we're going to use for the sky. Oh, this one's a little bit thinner than that one. That's all right. This is a 1 inch, this is a 3/4 inch, which is fine because all of these are that. So 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. These guys are all 1 inch. But anyhow, we're going to be doing what? How did it show it? A bit darker on the top, lighter moving its way down. So we're going to mix this with this, right? I want that together. We don't want it to be too overdone. Not too much. And then take our white and mix that in. Oh, that's going to be nice. Oh, wow, that's really pretty. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, mix those together. So those are going to be our two colors. Right. I'm going to try to avoid water too much on this one. Okay. Hold on, because I'm not done with you yet. I need to put more on there like it shows. You want this nice and thick on there. Okay. Then we're going to put the lighter blue. I want it to be okay. I'm looking. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Joseph. How are you tonight? So I gotta let this dry just a little bit. Let's see here. Gotta get some. I gotta dry the layers a little bit. See, here's the part that kills me. There is this little area on the side, which is fine. I just want to make sure that I don't over direct the paint, which you expect it to do when you're painting anyway. As this dries, of course, it gets more tacky. So it's like you want to keep from over directing your paint, whatnot. So, oh no problem. You're totally fine. So this is going to be the sky area. I'm just waiting for this to kind of dry a bit because I need to put in like my horizon line, which is going to be a different one. But yeah, so we're going to blend this in together. That's kind of the whole goal. But I keep ending up with like these little areas of the paint that want to come over the edges, and it's kind of annoying. So I'm just like, so like that right there, and then you have to kind of blend this in together. And then it does that again. So you have to kind of, you don't want to have it all built up on the edge like that. And so it's just annoying that it goes around that edge like that. Okay, that's a little better. I guess it doesn't matter if it builds up on the side. I can always cover that later, but I'm not a fan of how this. I would have worn my painting shirt and I didn't even think about it. Gosh dang it, there goes the fireworks again. I want to use the thicker one. All right, we're going to use this because we want to get some more paint on here. All right, we're definitely getting to the drier point, so that's good. I just don't want to peel my paint up, so I have to be really careful. There we go. Let's get that on there nice and thick. Because that's the other thing that I have noticed about me and my painting was I was going so ginger and light on my, how thick I was putting my paint on my painting. I don't know. I think maybe my canvases are tightened funny because okay. That's frustrating when it does that. So, all right. And then let's go here with this lighter blue. Even if it gets a little bit darker down here, it's fine. Nice. Nice. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for our sky. Okay, let's put these in here. Those are done. See, that's really neat. That's like super neat. I love the sound of that. Like being able to know like that you're able to go and do something like all on your own and like have that independence is fantastic and I love it. I love it. Okay, we got almost dropped that. Okay, everything is open now. All right. These guys. I have to say, the one thing I am happy about is that with the acrylic paints, they just wash out with water. So you can just wash them with water and you're like good to go. So for right now, we're going to let this get to drying. And then what I need to do is I need to do normally you don't do acrylic paints standing up like this, by the way. There's a reason for that because they're water based and they run. But because I'm doing them in such like I'm doing a much thinner layer this time with them, so I am working with them in that manner. But now I'm going to work with putting in a horizon line. It's going to be a nice darkened line with the dark blue and some black. Yeah, and that was my thing is I wanted to have you guys a part of my journey into like, first of all, as you guys know, if you've been with us a while, then you know like I have worked always. I've always worked. So even when I was doing all my vlogging and Sarah was sick and then the kids were going to school and whatnot, I still was working. Like I've always worked. I've always had a job. I started working at 14, 15 years old and have worked every day of my life. And so knowing that, like, and then battling the VA and after serving in the military and being injured in their care and having to fight through everything I fought through. And to know like now I get to just take a step back and like focus on me again for the first time ever. Like my whole childhood and growing up, I was always taking care of other people. And so I don't think I ever really worked with myself. From a very early age, I was kind of a mama bear uh, from the jump. And then having my own kids and being married and stuff like that, like constantly taking care of others. By the way, the biggest frigging cup of high C you've ever seen. I will never again order a large from this place. I was not expecting this. I don't know why, but I'm thinking like when I said large, I'm thinking like McDonald's large. This is major. But it's high C, so I'm not going to complain. High C orange is like, I have high C fruit punch over there, but I was like, no. So I need to keep fanning this if I wanted to. By the way, you guys, I got a thing in the mail. I guess I'm going to do one of these things. I don't know. Hmm. Oh, that. So that's what it's for. Oh. Okay. I guess I can go in there. Okay, I guess I'll do that. Yeah, my old videos. Like we did a lot of vlogs and stuff, like just pretty much vlogs and like some sit down videos, some like Q&A type stuff. I mean, like we've always had something going on. And like I said, it was really funny when we started because I wasn't someone who did a lot of stuff like that. I kind of was like, I know I've always filmed my kids, like from the time that I was like, since Taylor was a baby. I have so many videos of my kids as babies. Like you guys have no idea. I have just abundance of videos. I would love to get them taken off of the little disc, like the little cartridge thingies that I have and put them digital. I would absolutely love that because I have so much footage of my babies and whatnot. So I would love to do that. Oh, come on. There's like a lot of it that started already drying on the top. So that's really, really good. We just need, you can see with the light, like where it's wet. So like we have really good dry places here, but you can see where some of it is still wet. So not very wet. Like this stuff dries pretty fast. So while we wait to do the next layer. Ouch, this little chair is horrible. Sarah and I went to the store the other day and we got these, and I cannot wait to show it to you guys. I'm so excited. This is what it kind of looks like. It's a box. It's a box. We got a box. No. We got a game. They're not even a game. They're puzzles. So these are called unsolved case files. This is the Jamie Banks case. So these are like you get together with a group or with one. It's just going to be Sarah and I think, on this one. Well, we've ended up getting two of them because they are each, of course, different cases. So this one is the Jamie Banks case. This is the Harmony Ashcroft case. So these are cold cases. Both of these are. And so we are going to do these together to solve the case. But they have these at Walmart, and you can buy all kinds of different ones. So right now, these are the ones we're getting, and they were only $26. You can get like the online subscription to like another form of this kind of thing. But the cool part is with this one, Probably should set that up against the wall. The cool part is with this one, excuse you, you weren't supposed to see that. With these, they have a website that you can go to if you happen to get a little bit stuck while doing the case, while working the case. But it comes with everything in here. It comes with witness reports. You've got your photos of the scenes, analyze each of your images. You never know what might jump out at you. You've got your newspaper articles. You've got witness reports. You've got your interrogations of each of the people. You've got like security cameras still, stuff like that. So solve all three of the objectives on this game and you solve the case. These are not meant to be easy, by the way. So these are definitely a more complicated game. I don't want to say it's not even a game. It's like they're puzzles. And I love puzzles. So you work on these. You can do this by yourself and just be a detective by yourself, or you can do this with like a group of people. And so this one, I think this one here I'm going to do with Sarah. And then either the other one I might either do with Sarah or my aunt. And I would love to do it with my aunt on her day off. I want to call her and find out if she'd love to work on that together, because I think it would be so much fun for her and I to get together for an evening, have a couple drinks together, and bust open a case. I think it would be really, really neat. But yeah, I guess we shall see. I think what I might actually do tomorrow, since I have to go over to town anyway, is take this one with me and show her. And then we can go through it. Okay, this one has the photos, the newspaper articles, witness reports, interrogations, and maps. Because this one you need maps on. This one I want to do a survey because it has the surveillance footage. But yeah, I want to take this over and see if my aunt wants to have like a night together where we can do this puzzle. I think it'd be so much fun. She and I both love like cold case like TV series and stuff. So we want to do stuff like that together. I think would be really, really fun. How are we looking here? We're doing really good. This part I kind of got really thick, but that's okay. So now let's see if we can get a good, let's get a try. I don't know if I'll be able to get a good horizon line on this or not. I think we're going to kind of bring it up a bit because we also want to still have our beach is going to go here, right? Yeah, so we want to bring our horizon line up a bit in this. We don't want it too far up. And you want to get it dark, like you want this water really dark, because it's going to be, of course, the darkened horizon. I just don't want it to be, I don't want it to be too overtly done. All right, we're gonna let that dry for a minute. We're not done with that layer yet because this has got to come like to like an angle. Okay. So far. Okay, get back up here. I need that to be right there. Oh, get back in there. I'll show you guys so far. All right. There's that so far. Okay. That's that layer. That's going to get more stuff on it. But that's that for now. Oh, all right. Next part is going to be my sand. Now, here's going to be the fun part. I got to mix the sand in a different spot because, I mean, that's pretty good sand color already, but I think I want to do it just a slight bit. We're going to kind of bring this, let's go like that. Is it going to look good? I don't even know if it's going to look good as sand. Maybe a little bit lighter. Just a little bit lighter. Probably should have added like some yellow to the sand. That might have actually given it that more sand-like appearance. But for now, we're going to go with this light brown. That's just going to be what I do. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So that's what we're going to go with. Oh, that looks fantastic, actually. This looks so good. I'm actually really digging it. I wish that I had gotten this part a little bit less covered with this. I wonder if I can cover that up. No, 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 no. I got glue on there. Where did that come from? Oh, that looks. Dang it, I did it again. Where did I grab that from? Blended that. So nice. All right, let me show you guys now because this is don't move. All right, so now here we go with our beach added. Right, so there we go. Now we've got our sand added. I'm loving it. Okay. Covered in paint. The next portion is going to be adding like our waves and stuff in the water. So, oh, I can actually probably work on my clouds. And then I'm going to have, oh, I don't even think I'm going to need this brush. We'll hold on to it just in case, but we're going to start working on our clouds. I think our sky is pretty good. Okay, so let's start off with this one here. Oh, thank you, Cameron. Oh, Joseph, you are literally the sweetest human. Thank you so much for being so kind to like everybody. Okay. Now we've got some clouds, right? We don't want them perfect because clouds are not perfect, right? You want them to look like clouds. So I'll have to do a new thing of white because this white has a bunch of blue in it, so that's not going to work. So the next part is going to be our waves. And something I liked about using the other brush for waves, I'm going to try to avoid that right now because that's technically for oil painting. And so I'm going to try to do them with these guys here, but I honestly don't know if I trust myself to really give myself a good. We're not trying to make this like running water, like rushing water. We're just trying to give this that feel of lapping waved water. And so I'm just a little curious if I'm going to be able to get that to work with this because I did have stuff in here. So Cute. Okay, you guys ready? So now we've got our waves, kind of our moving of water. All right, so we've got our folding, lapping waves at the beach's edge. All right, now we go for our green. I honestly have no idea how well this is going to turn out, so we don't need a lot of paint. I know that because we are doing just a little plant. I do know that I want black in this because I do want this much darker than it is. Nice and dark green. Yeah. Okay. You guys, I have no idea how well this part's going to turn out, so bear with me. This just went home again, which I hate when they do. Ta-da! There you go. That is the little beach-themed photo with the light plants coming through. I have to say, without painter's tape, I didn't do too shabby. So, there we go. That painting is done. It's done. There we go, guys. I'm actually super happy. All right, well, we didn't end up using 2 of the brushes, which is good. You guys can go back in there. But yeah, so there you guys go. My beach themed paint job here. I am actually really, really happy with this. I think I'm going to actually gift this to my aunt. She loves the beach and stuff like that. And you know what? I haven't done on any of my paintings yet. And I probably should try to do it. Let's see here. Yeah, baby. Huh? Okay, hold on. I'm almost done. There we go. I've officially signed my painting. So I have not signed any of my other ones, though I have to admit, this one I like. This is really, really simple. I love being able to pull inspiration from other places and like watch tutorials and stuff like that and kind of get a feel for things. Now, the way that they showed all the easy horizon lines was with painter's tape. I'm going to painter's tape. So, was through that. So without painter's tape, I was like, can I do this though and make a horizon line without the tape? And I think it's better and gives more character to a painting if you can do a painting without, like, when you're doing something like this, taking out like the clean, perfect lines, because nature doesn't have perfect, clean lines. Things are always ebbing, flowing, moving, whatnot. Also, I have noticed, like, I want to try to do a painting where I do the cutouts, right? Like do like the different ways of the like painter's tape and like paint off, like tape off part of the painting, color in where I want it to be, then let that dry and then tape that portion and then do the next part and then put paint there. Thank you. So I want to try those things. Now, tomorrow when I go to town, I'm going to take this to my auntie and gift this to her. And then going to also put my paint there. Where's my there? Yeah, so I want to give it to her and show her like how important she is to me. Like that I wanted to take the time to make a painting for her, specifically because I know how much she enjoys the beach and stuff. So there we go. My palette, not fan of this. I don't like trying to use these little pockets. I just don't. So I like being able to know that I can just pull it off the palette. I remember when I was in school and we did palette painting like with a palette, and it makes it so much nicer. So I need to let this finish completely drying overnight. So we're going to pop you right down like that. And then we're going to put the easel away. Because the old man, let's see, can we do that real quick? Hold on. Where's my thing at? Can we get that in there nice and tight? Where's the thing? Oh, it's way up there. Okay, so we're going to close this up. I'm going to close up the easel. And this way it will set overnight. Oh, yeah. Hello. And then that way we can just pop this down here so it can sit overnight and dry. Wait, that's it. And now the painting will sit and dry overnight. But anyway, I'm going to get off here. Sarah needs me to come move the baby because she is laying in a position that is killing her hip. So she's still going through a rough postpartum. So anybody ever wants to know about that kind of stuff, just ask. She has, because she like ruptured her pelvis, what do you call it? The cartilage in her pelvis. She like ruptured that area. She's having a much longer recovery postpartum wise. So anywho, guys, you are fantastic. And hopefully we can hang out again soon and do another painting, something a little more complicated. But I wanted to do something simple tonight that I could go through like the steps with you guys, show you guys kind of some of the stuff I'm learning. and just show you like something totally relaxing, and knowing now that I'm working with acrylic, it'll be working with it like in like a process. So you like use it's steps, letting it dry between them. Um, so yeah, I'm excited. So anyway, I'm going to go rinse all this stuff out. I'm going to go move the baby, and I'm going to call it a night. It is 11 o'clock, so I'm going to try to get some sleep. Try being the word.